In this video, I'm going to give you a complete step-by-step guide to automate your client acquisition without any paid ads so that your business is full of leads, appointments, and sales to help you scale to $10, $50, or even $100,000 a month plus. And to do that, we're going to go to the whiteboard. Right, so we're going to be automating client acquisition without any paid ad spend of any kind. First thing we want to think about are two main questions. Why do we want to automate client acquisition, and how are we going to automate client acquisition? Why do we want to automate it? Pretty self-explanatory. You're going to be able to get clients at will, really keep the business booming, and it's going to allow you to focus on the bigger needle-moving tasks and actually work on your business instead of in it. You can't grow the company, you can't scale a business if you're constantly in it, and anything which we can automate predictably, we should. So let's grab the pen. We're going to cover why and then how. So obviously, how is a better question. And a lot of people come to me and say, Kay, how do I automate client acquisition? And that's really the wrong question to be asking. It's the right question, but you have to break it down into subcomponents. Just like how do I build a house, you have to figure out how to build the foundations, how to build the rooms, how to put up the walls. Same thing with client acquisition. So instead of asking, how do I automate client acquisition? What we really should be asking is, how do I automate traffic? How do I automate content? How do I automate lead generation? How do I automate appointment booking? How do I automate sales? And how do I automate follow-up? And as you can see, I've included a couple of cheeky bonuses we're going to go through. Really going to break this down, so buckle in. In terms of traffic, what is traffic? First, traffic is eyeballs on you, eyeballs on your business, and you need this. Traffic is paramount. If you don't have traffic, you can't get anybody on appointments, you can't make any sales, you can't make any money, which isn't what you want. Automating traffic, no matter which traffic source you're using, I'm going to show a couple, but no matter which one you're using, we want to be able to automate that. So we have things like Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and so on and so forth. To automate these, it's going to be different for every channel. Something like Instagram can be automated simply by creating content, which is going to be good content that people are going to want to come to your profile and going to want to connect with you, click your links, and move down the pipeline. So on Instagram, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, there's going to be different strategies, but it's mostly going to be based around posting content and getting shares on that content. And on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, the algorithm is going to help you, even though it doesn't seem like it. You're going to be able to get found. On platforms like Facebook, that's not the case. That would be automated a bit more by connections. So let me put that here as well. Facebook, we have connections. LinkedIn, we have connections and shares. Facebook shares don't really go as far. Facebook isn't the best platform for this. Twitter is a great one for top of funnel discovery. And in terms of Instagram and YouTube, it's going to be content and content. And I put C for connections, so I should put, that doesn't really do any good, nor does it if I do an N. It's the same, connection and content. And so what we want to do with this traffic is we want to go wide. So we want to go, probably going to fill up the whole board here today. We have top of funnel, we have middle of funnel, and we have bottom of funnel. Traffic is top of funnel. We want to bring a bunch of people in here by automating these. So putting out reels or videos or connection requests, getting shares, putting out content. So traffic and content kind of tie into each other, except in the case of Facebook and LinkedIn, where you are connecting with people, but you need content as well. Otherwise, they're going to come to your profiles, see you have nothing to offer, and they're just going to leave. So that's traffic. And we want to be doing this every single day, whether that means publishing content, whether that means sending connection requests, and so on. And we want to take that wide here, top of funnel. So you want to create some kind of content which could resonate with people who don't know you yet. Obviously, as we move into middle of funnel, we want to get some more specific things for people in your industry, which is great as well. We want a good mix of those. But top of funnel, to bring people into your world. So showcase what you're doing, showcase how people could get into it. That kind of top of funnel content, some of the broader terms. And then also mix that with middle of funnel content, which we'll discuss here as well. Now, content, you can't automate fully. You still have to be involved in the process. At some point, you could have a script writer. At some point, you could have a copywriter. But for things like videos, so we have videos, Can't even spell today. What's going on? And I've just messed up the board here. So excuse that. Videos, Reels, written. I'm going to assume for now that you're doing it on your own. You can always hire this out in time if your business is at that point. So you will need to create your videos. Unfortunately, you can't have somebody else do that, at least not if you're running a personal brand business, and don't try and go to AI for that stuff. You see, I'm doing my own videos here. But you can greatly leverage this. So even though you have to create the video, a lot of the rest can be automated. The videos can go to Reels, automated. You could create native Reels, but these could be clipped up. These could be clipped up by software, these could be done by other people, and really this is how you're going to automate through either softwares, tools, or people. These could go into Reels. The videos could also make up your written content. And that could, again, could be done by AI, it could be done by softwares, or it could be done by somebody else. So if you're at the point where you have somebody else in your business, even if it's a freelancer, you have your video, that's turned into Reels, that's turned into written, and that can be posted on your behalf as well. Obviously, there's going to be different scales for everybody. If you're doing this on your own as a solopreneur, you will get to this point. This is how you will begin to automate these things. And you can even have post-scheduling tools, which I'm not a fan of most of them unless they are native built into the platform. Maybe having one filming day a week, maybe having one time where you sit down and write content and batch that. That could be really good for more leverage here. So now we've got the traffic and content automated as much as possible. Now we move into lead generation. And we're going to break lead generation into 3 sources. People are coming to your profiles here with traffic. They're getting nurtured by your content. Now we need to generate them as a lead. Get them to raise their hand, get them to opt in, get them to express interest in what you're doing. And we have 3 branches here, one which I've kind of cut off by this arrow. But we have appointment, we have nurture, and we have outreach. You're probably not going to like the sounds of outreach, but we can automate that as well. So it's a beautiful thing. With lead generation, the reason we have these 3 is because there's appointment leads, which I guess high intent leads, there's nurture leads, and then there's outreach, which outreach and nurture, I like to use those interchangeably and really push them to the same funnel. But there's 2 lead generation funnels, this appointment funnel and this nurture funnel. The appointment funnel is for people who are ready. They've seen your content and they would like to express interest in working with you. They're ready to get on a call, they're ready to see what you have to offer, and they're ready to potentially start working with you. And there's other people who need to be nurtured just a little bit more. They need to be wined and dined. They're not quite ready yet. And you want to move these people into an automated sequence. This could be emails and SMS, text messages. And for the appointments, this is straight to a booking page. And I'm getting ahead of myself, but your booking page could also have the VSL on it as well. Video sales letter for any of you who aren't familiar. And to automate this lead generation, we want to have these. So we have a page set up, a funnel set up here. So people who are ready to book appointments can either go from your profiles, from some of your videos, from your stories, from YouTube videos, or wherever you're publishing content, and go and book an appointment if they're ready. Nurture, people who aren't ready yet, they could go to some form of lead magnet. So this should have come here, but lead magnet. And this lead magnet could be a guide, could be some kind of boot camp, could be a free course, something which is going to wine and dine them and really get them to see your value before they are ready to book an appointment. So from nurturing, I'm not going to mess this up with an arrow, but they would come back around here and actually book an appointment when the time's right. So your nurture sequence should be pushing people to the appointment. That's what it should be doing. So we have the appointment funnel, we have the nurture funnel, and now we have outreach. Outreach isn't its own funnel, but it is a way to push people to one of these 2 funnels. And I prefer, if it's outreach, we really want to give something of value. You don't want to outreach and start selling people right away. It's a bit weird. outreach to the nurture funnel. So I like to move that here, outreach going back here. And that way, if you connect with people and you're doing outreach, you can let them know about a free course, a free lead magnet, a free guide that you have. Maybe that could even be, it's really whatever you want to give. It could be a group, like a Facebook group. And the goal here is to be nurturing people. So it could be emails, it could be SMS, it could even be content. So you can see there's plenty of ways to do this. It could be more content, it could be live videos, it could be live Q&As, if it's something like a Facebook group. And you may still be unsure how we automate this. Well, outreach could be done by a software or a VA. You could have a copy and pasted message, obviously change it up for people on socials. If somebody follows you on Instagram, you could connect with them, find out what they're doing, and then offer them something. Same with Facebook, same with LinkedIn. In terms of the nurture one, which is the same one we're promoting through outreach, in the video descriptions, calls to action in your content, calls to action in your stories, and then you could even have that set up with ManyChat. So that can actually deliver it and automate all that for you. And same with the appointment booking funnel. When people are ready, put that in your stories, put that in calls to action, put that in links of your videos. And YouTube is absolutely fantastic for that. Everybody who watches your videos, a small percentage of them can come and they can move themselves through that, which you have a funnel set up. And your appointment booking funnel, a simple VSL and calendar page, and your nurture funnel, just simply collect emails. I wouldn't even say, to be honest, SMS. So I'm going to remove that from here. Really, SMS is better for appointment booking. For the emails, you want to create as little friction as possible. So just ask for the email and then you deliver them the guide and then you nurture them to an appointment that way. So this can all be automated there, and same with outreach. I think I touched on that already. So now we've automated traffic, content, and lead generation. How are we going to automate appointment booking? Well, we've already done that through this here. So we've actually got the people who are ready are coming straight to a page. They are ready to book an appointment. The people who aren't, you can actually move them through the nurture, through the lead magnet, and book an appointment. And we have one extra way. And this isn't the bonus. The bonus I'm still coming to. The other way here could be through an appointment setter. I recommend doing this once you're already doing well in your business, maybe 30, 50K a month. So don't worry about getting too far ahead of yourself if you're not at that point yet. It's just another way to drive even more people. So the people who have come from the nurture sequence and the lead magnet could be sent DMs by an appointment setter or a chatbot, whichever way you want to set it up. I like manual appointment setters for that. I think you keep the nuance, you keep real conversation going, but you can do it by different methods as well. And so the appointment setter is coming back to all your leads. I want to stress that. Your appointment setter is not necessarily reaching out to traffic to try and book people in. I mean, that's going to work too, but you're just going to piss a lot of people off. It's very socially uncalibrated. Everything I like to do is based around social intelligence and social calibration. So you are nurturing the people who did become a lead, they did raise their hand, or they did express interest in an appointment at some point, and they didn't actually follow through with booking. So you're getting those people from your appointment setter, and let's put another arrow here. They are moving people to an appointment, as the name suggests. And you'll see I had a bonus here. Probably should have left a bit more room on the board, so we're going to come down here. The bonus is trust. This is the big piece that everybody misses. Everybody's focused on the fanciest funnels, landing pages, content, reels, email sequences, outbound dialing, but they're not building trust. And this is a major problem, especially in the online digital product landscape and high ticket landscape right now. Trust is key. How do you build trust? And more importantly, how do you automate it once you've built it? Well, on your VSL page, you could also have a thank you video, which is very, very key. So we'll put here, thank you video, and I'll put overview. The thank you video is going to thank them for opting in and let them know the next steps to take before they book an appointment. You can share a bit about what you've done. You can share some case studies there. You can tell them what to expect. Really lower the resistance. Get them to lower their guard before they come on the call. Most people, they're used to being on these calls and being pitched. You want to really lower their guard there. Let them know what are they going to get on the call. Let them know why they can trust you. Let them know it's not going to be high pressure. Let them know what to expect. This alone has increased our conversions so much. Most people, as soon as the appointment's booked, they're just ready to get them on the call and extract money. But if you take an extra step, it's really going to help. Most people aren't doing this. And even an overview. You could bake a little overview into your thank you video. I'm not a big fan of having tons of videos. The more hoops you give people to jump through, the less they do. However, if you can have a little overview, they can see a little bit what's behind the door before they even come in. And really, the whole point of this appointment booking and building the trust is to get qualified leads. The more you do this, the more leads are going to be qualified. And ultimately, our goal with appointment booking is to get shown up appointments, show ups, and qualified. So put here SU, MQL, technical jargon, marketing qualified leads. This in combination with, where were we here on the board, with the emails, with the SMSs coming in, is going to ensure that they show up. And you want to be different. Don't know if this has gone off the screen here, but you want to be different. Because everybody just sends the same generic follow-ups. Your appointment's coming up, your appointment's coming up, your appointment's coming up. And they're just going to ignore you if you do this. So you want to be different and stand out and actually evoke that trust. Build that trust with them. And the overview, again, is going to generate marketing qualified leads so you know that they are qualified. And this is obviously as well coming from your calendar. Your calendar should be qualifying people in terms of their current situation, in terms of their desired situation, maybe their revenue, maybe their current state in what they're dealing with, so that you know that you can actually help them and you know that they could actually potentially afford your program. This is why I like to keep things written on the board so I don't forget things. I probably could have included a bit more here. Okay, so this is the bonus for appointment booking. Now we're moving on to sales. Sales is quite simple to automate. It's more leverage than automation if you're doing the selling yourself. First, you want to have a repeatable sales process. So you know the framework that you're taking people through so that you can do this predictably every single time, kind of like an actor rehearses his script. You don't want to be doing this completely different every single time, just having a chat. You want to know how you're taking people through the process so you can get a predictable result. And then in terms of automating it, that's where automation would be through having a salesperson. A lot of people will talk about selling through sales pages, selling through emails. You can absolutely do that. However, I find the higher ticket you go, typically over about $1,500 or $2,000, you're really going to be better off getting people on a call. That's how you automate that. And even if you are taking the calls yourself, well, guess what? They've come through all this. By the time they even get on the call with you, such a higher close rate. We've raised ours to about 41% just through following this system here. So that's sales, actually pretty simple. We have a bonus for sales as well. And I wanted to include this because once you've made the sale, a lot of the problem comes up in client fulfillment, and we want to automate that as much as possible. We're not going to talk about fulfillment here because this really is client acquisition. Fulfillment begins after the client is acquired. But the client has not been acquired in my book until these things are done, until the payment has been taken, until the agreement has been signed, and you obviously want to give them program access as well. And so onboarding, you want to have payment links saved. Brilliant automation, so you don't have to make up a new invoice every single time. That should trigger the agreement being sent. So once they paid, you don't want to have to go and manually make an agreement each time. You can have automation set up for that. And once they've signed the agreement, that's only when you really want to consider the sale closed. That is when they also will get program access. So maybe you're on Kajabi, maybe you're on School, maybe it's some Google Drive things. You can have an automation set up so that once they pay, they get the agreement. Once they sign the agreement, they get program access. And at the end, we're going to talk about some of these systems right here as well. But this is all in regards to sales. Once you have this set up, now you're no longer scrambling to do all these things. I mean, you're a busy business owner. You're creating content, you're delivering for your clients. The last thing you need is have to do all of these things manually, which is why it's so important to automate this process. And then coming on to the final one, the follow-up. Most people stop here. Follow-up is crucial. You will see a lot of your leads actually come back and buy. Maybe the time wasn't right. Maybe there was some logistical thing. Maybe they were finishing another program. Maybe their situation gets worse and there's the straw that breaks the camel's back. And guess what? When the time is right for them, you're going to be there following up. Follow-ups will have this by emails, SMS, and DMs. So again, an email sequence that could focus on not just, hey, come and buy, hey, come and buy, hey, come and buy. Actually give them some resources, give them some value, share some more case studies, make some re-offers. Same with the SMS text messages. You want to be a little bit less aggressive. You don't want to be pinging their phone every single day. But here, they've already decided not to buy. So just tone down the aggression just a little bit. Maybe they get an email a week, maybe every 2 weeks, maybe every 5 to 7 days. And then with DMs, again, an appointment setter, but the appointment setter is now going to treat this person very differently to a brand new lead because they've already come through. They've seen everything. They know your price. There doesn't have to be as much pressure anymore, but you also don't want to be as pitchy about pushing the appointment and really just moving these people back either to buy or what I like to do, especially if it's high ticket, just move them back to a 15-minute call. You can do either actually, or just a sale. But I like this because it shows, again, a lot of social intelligence. It shows that you actually care. You're willing to get back on a 15-minute call with them. And most people are not getting back on a call with you after they said no, after they know your price, after they know your offer, and after they know that you want to sell it to them. They're not really coming back here unless they just want to dot the I's, cross the T's, and pay me please. Pretty much. They just want to come back and close the deal up. And most people are not willing to do this. So this bit is not automated. And you'll see, not the entire process is automated, although you could, again, have your salesperson do this, which I would recommend if you have one. But the things that we are working on are the highest leverage activities, creating the content, taking the calls, taking the follow-up call, all the grunt work, all the small stuff. Now that is automated, but the things where you're actually getting paid the most for your time, those are the things you're doing. And again, if you have an appointment setter and a salesperson, all you're really doing is creating content and fulfilling for your clients, which is bloody fantastic. So there you have it. That is everything to automate client acquisition, everything that we are personally using as well to generate 6 figures a month. And you have it all on the whiteboard completely free. You might even want to take a screenshot of this. I haven't quite finished though. Last thing I'm going to mention are the systems required. So the systems required here for traffic, I'll actually just include every single thing. And then you can pick and choose which ones you want to implement depending on where you are in your journey. If you're at 10K a month, 50K a month, 100K a month plus. You could have a VA or software for traffic. Not sure if this is off the screen again. VA or software for traffic. For content, editor or software. Lead gen, you simply want an appointment funnel, which is VSL plus calendar plus thank you video. You want a nurture funnel, which again is emails. And here you have the emails and SMS. Appointment booking is calendar software. And so this could be a funnel software like ClickFunnels or Go High Level. Calendar software, Calendly, keep it simple. Sales, you have maybe something like Stripe or a different payment processor. And you can set these automations in your funnel software usually. And follow up, well, I just probably didn't put this here, like autoresponder. guys, that is it. That is it. That now is everything you need to automate your client acquisition, scale this bad boy to over 6 figures a month, and just start implementing these things one at a time, taking it top down. Start with the traffic, move on to the content, get the lead generation principles in place, set your appointments, make your sales, your follow-ups. I promise you, if you implement this, you will see your revenue skyrocket, you will see your client acquisition automated, and you'll just make a ton more money. Now, if you'd like me and my team to step in and actually build out this entire system and install it in your business for you, I'll leave a link below where you can book a time to speak with us to see if and how we could install this whole system into your business to help you scale your revenue and automate your client acquisition. If you enjoyed this video as well, like and subscribe, share it with somebody who could use it, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.